All right, guys. So, as far as the mandate coming up soon for everybody to have a RFID tracking device inside of their body, biometric device inside of their body for all types of medical, economic, and government reasons or whatever, identifications and chips, whatever you want to call it. All right, man. What, even the tattoos now, the printable tattoos they got now from Bill Gates, they're putting these things inside of people, right? That are machines, essentially. Now, what I'm saying is, what the world just witnessed. I want to go to one little scene real quick. How the devices that we have now can be hacked. And when we say hacked, you're thinking, oh, they're just gonna, try to steal my bank account or something like that. No, some of them are being hacked and taking people's lives. All right, explosions. All right. Now they're saying battery explosions, but we know that they can put things in all types of places. With their machines, the chemical, your body is a test tube already anyway, so they could make you crave the ingredients to internally combust. Now that's one thing that we haven't heard of since the 90s. That was a big thing. I said this probably a year ago. What happened to internal combustion? We don't hear nothing about that no more. All right. Now that makes me think that maybe back in the day, people were chipped that were in society, that were some type of agent or alien on Earth or in our society, amongst people walking amongst us, that were executed. Just like in the Matrix, when they would unplug them, they would just fall out and be dead, like they had a heart attack. All right. Or like coronavirus in Wuhan, died suddenly on the field in soccer, dancing on the stage, all types of, remember all of the television hosts and stuff like that, passing out, falling out for the past few years here? Okay, so people are getting bodied now, all right? Y'all, that's they telling you, fam. There was one channel called Last Messages. I highly recommend you guys try to keep up with that person, wherever that person is. Last Messages. On YouTube, you might be able to catch some of her older videos before 2019. But there's stuff that's up on BitChute, and I think maybe Rumble, but definitely BitChute, that'll show you some of the stuff that, wow, it'll show you just flat out, like what the news and no one has ever told you. Like literally, bro, like I've still to this day never seen no other videos. No one else has these videos that she has that shows you exactly evidence what it was going on and what is going on and what's coming. All right. Now, what the point of this video I'm making here? Okay. The point of this is that, let me see about internal combustion. Instant combustion. Only legs remain. Spontaneous human combustion. That's what it's called. Spontaneous human combustion. Spontaneous human combustion. This sounds like some shit that the geeks back in the day just would, like, they wish they had the power to do to the bullies in school. And when they got older, it happened. Let's just say that. Is spontaneous human combustion real? That's 3 weeks ago. The Watcher came out with that. All right. Spontaneous human combustion of Mary Reeser, 8 years ago. Unsolved supernatural. Bursting into flames. Spontaneous human combustion. Spontaneous combustion. Real case of spontaneous combustion 5 years ago. Sheriff. Fire investigates a spontaneous human combustion. Boy used umbrella. Okay. Documentary of spontaneous human combustion. Mary Reeser. Again, bizarre phenomenon of spontaneous human combustion. So, like I said, in the 90s, we heard of this stuff. We heard of this stuff in the 90s. As a child, watching TV, it was in our vocabulary. And by the time I was 10, 100%, I had it in my vocabulary probably around 9-10 years old. Spontaneous human combustion, where people just boof, gone. Like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, when she stuck a stake through the heart of the vampire, they would just spontaneous combust. Spontaneous vampire combustion. All right, but either way it goes, this is what we're talking about. Now, it's almost like when they say a beached whale can explode, something like that. But that's what the gas is on the inside, and the methane buildup, and the pressure, and the elasticity of the skin created an explosion. It's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about fire, as if people are made of fire inside, and it just so happens they don't let it out in time the right way, and they blow up. Something crazy. Fire inside. Strange cases of spontaneous human combustion. Spontaneous human combustion. The burning question. What's this? So what I'm saying is when they put these devices inside of you, you know what I mean? Is it a way to bring this back? This is power, true power. Like if you say the wrong thing, your ass is toast. If you step in the wrong direction, your ass is toast. They ain't gotta put up they don't have to put up a darn force field. They just got you chipped, and if you just like on The Kingsman, what was it, part 2 with Valentine, or part 1 with Valentine, with Samuel L. Jackson, where he had the chip, he was playing Bill Gates, Samuel Jackson was playing Bill Gates, like Danny Glover was playing Claiborne in the movie Dumbo Drop. That was a white man, not a black man, in the real life tale. Danny Glover was playing a white man in that movie. Okay, because the man was my teacher's father. All right. Anyway, yeah. So is what I'm saying is they're telling you this like that was one of the biggest hit movies ever. Now, what I'm saying is, I shouldn't say ever, but it was one of the biggest damn movies. The Kingsman was a great little. It had it all as far as like the plot. You know what I mean? It gets the plot. A story that gets the plot of like bridging reality with fantasy. All right, so check this out. Who was I gonna put up here? Oh yeah, CeeLo Green. Cell phone explosion. Who remembers that? Now they said this was just a trick. They come out with a CeeLo Green. It says it was just a trick. Oh, and just around this time, a bunch of celebrities ended up going to the hospital or whatever, or playing it off or acting. It was just weird for that to even happen. Come on now, what's going on? What is going on? Come on, man. Oh, see? So I guess I'm gonna do this little trick real quick. Bap, bap. Actually, no, you go back over here, push that. Push that. Bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow. Bow. Okay. Now what you do is go back over here, and there we go. All right. Why did I say this is 8 years ago? 8 years ago? 8 years ago. I don't remember that being 8 years ago. I remember them reporting that shit like during the pandemic. 8 years from today, from this year, 2025, it'll be 2017 or 2016. 2024. No, I'm tripping. Yeah, that would be 2017. It was 8 years ago. So that was Obama leaving and Trump coming in. That was the fourth beast, or the fourth creature, leaving, and then, which was the dragon, and then the fourth horseman stepping in. who would be, because the third horseman was the black horseman, and then the fourth creature was the dragon, and that's Obama, Revelation 6:8, 6:7, and then Revelation 6:8 is the fourth horseman. So that's the 44, and then another 4 for the horseman in 6:8. It's 44, fourth creature, and the fourth seal are in Revelation 6:8. So that's 4:4. That's Obama. That's the dragon. And Yashaya. Yashaya is the one that opens up the seal, and Obama is the creature that speaks. Is the dragon after the seal is broken. He says, "Come." And then the very next thing that happens after he says, "Come," because Obama was a "yes we can" type of dude. So he says, "Come," and then what happens? The fourth horseman. Behold, a pale horseman, and the name of the rider is Death, and Hades followed. That is Trump, who is Death, the pale horseman. His favorite president is Death. Number 7, the sickle, the scythe, the day of rest, the seventh day, the Sabbath day, death, rest, dead. Okay. Kaput, silence. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's Andrew Jackson, Mr. Kill everybody till he died. This is crazy. That dude was, the stories they tell about that cat, it's crazier than the Bible. It's like Samson. He's like Samson, but even crazier than that, because it's like they reincarnated their most favorite cats. That's what I'm saying. These like death, they're angels, death. Okay, the horseman, death. Okay, there's an angel of death, there's a horseman of death. Okay, did you ever think about that? Okay, so yeah, it's Mr. Space Force, death from above. Yeah, think about that. That's the only president telling you that shit. All right, so don't forget. So yeah, this happened when Trump comes in. All right, so what I'm saying is that it's like they were warning us, because they said this was a spoof. They said this was fake. All right, and then because then CeeLo comes out, or somebody looking like CeeLo comes out and says, "Oh, he just played a trick on everybody." And yeah, like some Michael Jackson type, Pepsi type stuff. Anyway, so what I'm saying is like how you have this with the cell phone 8 years ago, and then you have the exploding smartphones, the exploding devices in Beirut 8 months ago. Was it 8 months ago? Let me see. Let me make sure I was right with the exploding devices in Beirut, because that was weaponized. They were hitting people in the market. They were hitting these terrorists with these exploding devices. Did I not go back far enough? You're like the phone repair guy. Okay, so that ain't what I was looking for. All right, let me see. I thought I just saw it earlier, where they showed a whole bunch of them. Okay, so okay, this happened 11 months ago. Okay, so 8. And even then, Beirut during 2020 got that explosion with the on the dock, when all of a sudden they got bombed. A bomb. It was a bomb. The way it goes, it was a bomb. But yeah. What I'm saying is, okay, so 8 years ago, CeeLo faced. They made a big deal about it too, because it was like broadcast everywhere that CeeLo was in the hospital or possibly dead and all type of stuff. Plus with the way he just laid out on the ground and stuff. So, all right, you have 8 years ago that, and then 11 months ago, the pagers. That's Israel did that. So now here we go. here's the main point. As much people shit talk about Israel, the angel of death, so pretty much Trump's all in with them. All right, he's already got his face on a coin for Israel. All right, now you guys, he's got Space Force and it's all technology. He's got death. Like, if it replaced mankind, it means it's death. Man's got to die. If you can't beat it, then you die. This is sudden death. All right. So the machines are taking over. You know what they did is they put the machines in the terrorist pockets and they blew them up. Right. So it was an operation. Right. And what they did was, this is Israel. It was the IDF, Israeli Defense or Mossad or something like that, whatever they want to call themselves. I don't really know who really did all that. I really don't pay that much attention to these cats like that. But what you got to realize is that when it starts coming down to censorship on social media, when they censor you and they cut you off, like, and then they debank you, and then like you like have to find alternate means of like communicating and stuff like that, then you're like opening yourself up to them funneling you into a situation where, okay, you made war, or they made war on you, and we already know that censorship is a precursor to murder. Mass censorship is a precursor to mass genocide. Okay, so when they tell a lie to a whole nation of people, you got to start wondering after a while how long that lie is going to last. So there's an expiration date, and then what is the process of elimination? Because that's all it's going to be. There ain't going to be no re-education. It's going to be elimination, because it was a lie to breed lies. So they lied to you. They lied to a nation to breed a nation of liars, and then in order to get rid of the creators, which is like the scientists in Nazi Germany, once they they're the ones that know everything, like they start putting two and two together. That's too much loose ends, so they like get rid of them, right? Or they induct them into some type of program and hush them off into secrecy in some society. So, but mostly it was they just hang them or kill them just willy-nilly one time. All right. So, and that's why you see all like the billionaires, tech billionaires, because they know all how everything is created. So they kill all the creators, boom, pow, done. Everybody, all that billionaires are dying left and right. All the whistleblowers are dying left and right. You guys are not even picking up what's being laid down. All of the original OGs that got you this far, that should still be alive in a regular, normal reality, have been hunted down and silenced, censored. You'll never hear from them again, and that's death. You know what I mean? Essentially, communication. When the communication fails, that's the first sign of war, and the first sign of war is all about death. All right. So, all right. Yeah, that's the first thing you do in war is cut off communication. So if you raise a nation on deception, then you've already cut off their communication, and you've made war against that nation. And the nation doesn't know that the people that lead them are the ones that make war on them, steer them into wars that destroy them. But yeah. So blindly, like sheep led to slaughter, because that's what the deception and the lies are supposed to do, make you blind and prideful, so that you can walk in that blindness. You know, you're not just gonna be standing still blind. You're gonna think you can see, and that's where you're gonna be messed up. Because so many other people are doing it. So what you see other people doing is what you see, but what you don't see other people doing, you don't see. That's the point. They keep people in a certain line, and that's what I'm saying about like with the chips and stuff like that they're gonna put in people. Like the chips are gonna make people crave to do things. The TV is where you see people do stuff, and then you go outside, and then all you see is people doing what they see on TV. Okay, so you get that first. Understand that first. That people are not really acting like people. They're acting like what they see on TV. They're playing a role. They're stereotyping. They're copying. They're clones. All right, of the culture that's on TV. All right, so take your pick. Or what they hear on the radio, some music video or whatever. It's all programming. All right, you're not gonna get no original. You know, it's hard to get the original. They keep that for themselves, and that's hidden deep down in some bunker somewhere. Okay, so what I'm saying is that the process of elimination, like at the end game, like when people are starting to wake up, that's when they like, okay, it's too late. Like they're already almost done killing everybody. You know what I mean? So like you got to get on the right page. Some people wake up and they don't realize, okay, yeah, you woke up, but you don't realize how deep off you're off in it. You know what I mean? Like, so like, you really got to look at how pretty much the process of elimination. They master the human domain in order to maximize the kill chain. All right, they're using a machine to do that because that's all the machine knows. Steal, kill, and destroy, firewall, contain, and terminate. Okay, active denial system. All right, is the way that it operates so that it causes no alarm. And anybody that does sense it can't really prove it, or else it wouldn't be an active denial system. All right, so they can actively deny it as they're doing, because you can't. It's not that you can't, it's just that they won't acknowledge you, period. And no one will. It's like talking about direct energy weapons. Like, oh, the fires, oh, the floods, oh, it's them. And people are like, that's just weather. Oh, it's climate change. That's just, oh, it's direct energy weapons. They're like, no, it's climate change. That's an active denial system. Climate change is an active denial system, meaning like they can deny what's really happening by just blanket statement, just saying, oh, that's climate change. Oh, that's climate change. Oh, that's climate change. And a lot of the world falls underneath that blanket. And that's where they have the World Wide Web on your ass. You're in a World Wide Web of climate change. And it goes that far. Like, you're getting taken off out of the world. You're getting bodied like in a net, the blanket. Okay, just pulled up like a fish out of water, get hauled up out the water, dead, boom. Because you can't breathe no more. You know what I mean? You're getting taken up out your environment. You're in a net, in that blanket. They haul, and it's a harvest. It's a harvest. Soul harvest. You understand? It's a harvest. Already happened. You guys are not seeing it. The devs are creating nets and blankets to harvest you. All right, the devs. Okay. And it's a cutthroat, vicious doggy dog type of game they're playing too. Highlander, damn near. These cats are chopping heads off. So, yeah, that's, like I said, chopping heads off. You get a bunch of billionaires getting killed every month in the past month. Every day in the past month. They had more billionaires dead in the days in the month. It was crazy. It's crazy, bro. And even then, those are just what you're told. The numbers, those are just what you're told to hide what really happened. They don't have time to tell you everything that happened. They give you a little bit of the truth because they must spend most of their time on the deception. They only have so much energy to divert, or to direct, compose, compartment. So what I'm saying is that the devices, the phones, the chips, the biometrics, the watches, essentially, like I said, when it becomes the mark, when they put it in, like this is the instant human combustion. Like they're gonna like burn. They're gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be a slow burn. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the instant human combustion was a failed experiment. Maybe we're supposed to actually, slow burn. So instead of like just burn up all at once, like zap, zippity, like you got struck by like hellfire lightning. These cats were disintegrated, vaporized in their own socks, in their own houses. But yeah, man. So like they don't really need that much to kill you, but to like destroy the body also, like that's instant spontaneous human combustion. Like that's a hell of a hat trick. You know what I mean? You're not only, active denial system, getting actively doing it and nobody can prove that you're doing it. But like it's efficiently getting it done, dead, and then self-cleaning. It cleans up all the evidence itself. They're just ashes left. You don't even need to send them to the morgue or the incinerator. They're done. They're already cremated. It's a one-step process. Like they're burned to the souls and the bone. Like they're gone. Like this is what I'm saying. Like Man from Mars type shit. They are gone. Like Sodom and Gomorrah's pillar of salt, meaning like your blood is a pile of ash. You understand? A pile of ash. A pillar of salt is preserved. A pile of ash, there ain't nothing left to preserve. There's nothing left to preserve. All-consuming fire. That's what we've been told. The flesh is going to be burned by all-consuming fire. Now we're seeing people go up before the day even happens. Going up. You even had the dude, okay. Now you had these cats lighting themselves on fire this past year, and that was disturbing too. In the name of Palestine, free Palestine. It's sad to say. Have mercy. But Yeah, man. Yeah, on the real, people were lighting themselves on fire, bro. That's imitating spontaneous human combustion. That's like you understand what I'm saying? Like, look, man, if a spy got caught, they're supposed to like pop a pill of cyanide. They have a fake tooth that they just gotta bite the right way, and it'll kill them in a matter of like seconds. All right, this is war. All right, so there's people that got contingency plans. They're like, hell no. If they don't bite down, we can't trust that these cats is gonna sit up here and kill themselves if they get caught and not tell all of our secrets. Like, no. They're gonna have that button that's just gonna burn them automatic, auto burn. It's gonna no burn notice. You're done. There is no burn notice. You're done. You got caught smoldering in your sleep. Just house fire. They'd be like, oh, it was a cigarette. Yeah, your whole body lit the cigarette on fire, and they blame it on a cigarette. Okay, so who knows how many spontaneous combustion instances have happened that they blamed on cigarettes is to not cause alarm, called active denial system. Okay, there's plenty of different ways, all right, that they can actively deny spontaneous human combustion. Spontaneous human combustion, SHC. SHC. OOL, golly. What the hell? Shul is hell. Shoal is hell in Hebrew. And that's why I always be hesitant to even say the word soul in school, in shell, shoal, because it's all hell. It all means hell. All right? So, like the fiery grave. So, I'm like, so, if you think about it, bro, SHC, spontaneous human combustion, and then you just add the SHC, OOL, school, and school means hell. Like, you can't make this shit up. And OOL is it means a child. Literally, like ul is a child. Ula and olel, olul and ula is a child in Hebrew. So you're saying shol, school, all that stuff. Like, this is insane. I'm just starting to put this together. And how the English language is coded is there. 101. Spontaneous human combustion, SHC 001. School. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, this is crazy. Like the first day of school, class 001, number 1. Come on, man. Lesson number 1, school. Take you to, come on, bro. This is crazy. Into lesson. Like I said, when your boy get what did I say, LHC? Yeah, you might as well be a Large Hadron Collider. But nah, what I'm saying is, when you really end up with a SHC, spontaneous human combustion, you're gonna get a lesson, all right? So that is crazy, bro. You're gonna be lessened. You're gonna be diminished. You're gonna be so lessened, all right? So, like, to get a license, this is crazy, bro. A license to what? Kill? Damn. This is crazy. Smart is all about causing pain and smiting and smoting and killing. Come on, bro. School and smarts. This is crazy. I'm just starting to put all that together. Like, that's you go to school to get smart, get smoke, get smite, get smoke. Get smoke. Smart is smoke. Smoke is smart. Smite is smart. It means to, like, strike, to hurt, to kill, to maim, punish. Okay, it's the one doing to get smart, get smoke, get smite, smitten like kittens. All right. So what I'm saying is, this is just crazy, because all you hear about in hell is people getting pitchforks, smite, smoke, smart. It's nothing but smart asses in hell. Okay, come on now. So, like, this is crazy, bro. I'm just getting it, man. I'm just understanding this, man. Like, you can't, like, blame me for listening to the word. The word will set you free. The truth is the word, and the word is the truth. The truth is hidden in the word. Like, they can't tell you a lie, because the word always connects to the truth. The lie cannot stand alone, so it always connects to the truth. Okay? And that's the final word on that. So, you got all these spontaneous human combustion things going on. And like I said, I might have to go back and look up some of those videos that I saw on Discovery just a few minutes ago to go see what they're talking about, because they would have some recent videos, and I see I'm not the only one thinking about this or talking about this. But because it's a topic of discussion that should be taken into serious consideration, because of the serious, far-reaching, and near sequential circumstances that the human race has found themselves in. We are in the kill box, and and what they talk about 15-minute city and all that stuff, it's probably gonna be some toasty ass people. I'm telling you. Like, even in China, they were just like shutting the damn doors at the bottom of the towers of condos and welding them shut with welding devices so that people couldn't get out. And then the towers were being caught on fire and killing everybody in the damn towers, burning them alive. So you ain't got to send nobody to the incinerator. Like the Twin Towers. So like pretty much, you even had the Grenfell Tower over in the UK where 70-some people died up in there. So like there was these towers being blown up and there was these towers being caught on fire, and then there's these people just dropping dead everywhere. When the towers go, it's a lot of people going. Like that like I said, that's what the Beirut explosion was. But then you had like the cell phone explosion, the pager device explosions. They took out a lot of people. They took out like a few thousand of these cats, a few hundred of them or some shit. I don't know. They took out a lot of people. All right. That whole situation over there is a tinderbox. All right. No, like I said, when you're talking about these people that are making these devices, they say, oh, the United States got with these people. Trump is always trying to take credit for something. Death is always taking credit for shit. Let's just say that. Okay. Death is not as scary as it really is. It's why you're not supposed to shy away from death in order to get to the Most High. Okay, so because you don't understand that, that's why you shy away from it. Death is, like I said, you shy away from the Sabbath day, the rest. That's why there's no rest for the wicked, because they're afraid to let life be. By resting, they feel that they are less than or dead. But in fact, they're truly experiencing life by having the understanding of death and life. We're just forcing one and not having the other, or lacking the other. It could be unhealthy for you. Let's say that. Very unhealthy. Like pollution type of unhealthy. Like, don't you wish that sometimes shit would die inside of you? Like those parasites and stuff like that come inside of you and stuff like that? Yep, that type of shit. Yeah, parasites all around you, little bugs and fleas, plagues and all that stuff coming out, killing people, little pests and stuff like that. Yeah, death got to be a necessary thing sometimes. Or shit gets out of hand and out of control. You get critical mass. What happen? You'd have a black hole all of a sudden. It'd be ridiculous. It'd be darkness. Think about it. I'm just letting you know how dark shit can get. Like, of all the plagues happening at once, like you're in like the most darkest times ever. You understand that? So like, just shy of that, just say if all of the insects that ever lived were still alive. You what? Come on, please. You wouldn't be able to breathe. Have you ever seen the damn mosquitoes and fleas attacking the damn pups? What are the wolf pups and stuff up in the Arctic and stuff like that? The ticks and the fleas? Get out of here, boy. Get out of here. There would be no such thing as clean. Get out of here. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying, exactly. You need to have an understanding of death, all right? To understand the life that you live, or the life that is, period. Who is the Most High, which is the Word. The Word is only going to steer you to truth. You know what I mean? Because when the Word is spoken, it is not on its own. It is living. It is sent, and it is judged, because it is the judge. It is the tool for judging. Shouldn't say the tool. It is the master for judging, the Word Himself. I am not the Word. I am a servant of the Word. Okay? You know what I mean? That's why I listen. That's why I hearken. That's why I humble my heart for the Word. Because, like I said, man, like, if you don't have that death, you'll experience a worse death. You got to die. He said, like, if you understand death, you won't die the second time. That's the part of understanding death. If you don't understand it, then you die the second time, then you truly die. And it means there's no more life for that experience. Okay? So, don't be that. Let's just say that. So you have to have a relationship with death. So that's why I said I called out Trump to say, hey man, look, you guys are worshiping death. That's not the way you should be doing this. It's not the way you should be doing this. It's not. Hey, it's not. You guys some biblical forces on stage, and you guys are worshiping them, and they're not to be worshipped. Period. Angels of death. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. Pale horsemen. That's a no-no. It's not to be worshiping these cats. Yes, they're kings and all that stuff, but you're not supposed to be worshiping. You serve them. You serve them the truth with the word, from the Most High. You know, but you're not. Yeah, you serve your master as well, but like you don't worship them. You know what I mean? You cannot worship two masters. You know what I mean? You only have the Most High in heaven. You have no master, but your job is to serve the truth in darkness. You serve the light in the lies. You serve the truth in the lies. You serve the light in the dark. You understand? So that's how you have the life, and then the death, and then therefore you have a full life to live after that. If you don't live now and then you die, what life do you have after that? You're dead already. You have to live now. You're not living because you're copying other people that are already dead, and you're being led by people that are already dead. Like, that's the truth. You following your dollar bill, y'all, and it's on your head, it's on your forehead. You wear it like a damn mask. That money hides everything for you, right? That's the dead guys, right? Oh, they're alive and well, but they're really dead. That's the yin yang. That's some angels. That's the Copperfield. That's the Tesla. You know, that's the energy. That's that dead energy. That's that FAFO. That's that Samuel L. Jackson. Known unknowns and unknown unknowns. That's that General Andrew Jackson. Old number 7. Lucky. Old number 7. Lucifer. Come on now. False light. Come on now. Y'all guys got to understand. They put these stars in your face as icons to blind you and steer you further into a pit. All right. Now, the word was told to me today that the phrase "you're walking on thin ice" is a legal terminology. Okay, because it means breaking the law when you fall through the thin ice. You're walking on thin ice, meaning you're about to break the law. What is law? Below. What is below? You. Okay. What is below you? The thin ice that you're walking on. So therefore, if you break that ice, you will fall below the law into the pit of destruction and punishment. Hell, if you will. Jail, if you will. Okay. So you could Jesus or you could Jesus. You could hell or you could jail. Either way it goes. All right. I'm telling you, you boys is worshiping the wrong shit. All right. So you better get used to Yashaya and Yeshua Yah. You better find his name, Yashaya Yeshua Yah. Okay, it's written on the map. Literally, his name is written on the map. Yeshua Yah with a U starting. Y'all don't spell it with a U. Y'all spell it with a Y in Hebrew. You spell it with a J in Greek. You spell it with an H in Mexican, but it's spelled with a J, but you pronounce it with an H in Mexican. It's all type of crazy shit going on. Y'all, it's the confusion. But then when you look down at the last city in the world, which is a prison colony, hell, jail, Most High, you're gonna be waiting as a judge. And that city has his name on it. It's called Yeshua Yah. Okay? Yeshua Yah. And I told y'all, when Yah puts his name on stuff, you better recognize. And he put his double stamp on that name. Because he put his son's name and his name on that the same way that he came. And the same way that he remains. Come on, man. You guys got to realize this. As in the beginning, so too shall be in the end. Yeshua Yah. That's the name of the city. Look it up. It's in Argentina, which is the silver dragon, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's not the silver dragon, but it's on the dragon. It's on the left wing of the dragon. They have subdued the dragon. That's the side that he's on. He's cooking. They're cooking him. They're cooking the left side of that dragon. I'll tell you that. That's a fact. Satan is getting cooked on his left side, 100%. That's why all of South America's on fire, and even the behemoth might be getting cooked too. Shoot, I think his wings are on fire. Same as yeah. I think it's his left wing or something like that. It's on fire. Behemoth. His left sides are on fire. The left backside is on fire for these cats. I don't know what that's about, but if you check the map, Africa's on fire and South America's on fire. Hellfire. Hellfire. Like, you barely see the damn continent. It's all fire. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just letting you guys know. Just letting you know, man. And Yashai said, I'll bring my people through the fire. Well, we see where the fire is at. There's a fire wall. Wow, bro. And we're on the other side, and he's on the other side of that. That's crazy. That's what I'm looking at right there. That just, it makes sense, but it's like, I don't know, man. Like, there's some weird stuff going on with that dragon. I think he's woke up. I think they letting him loose on the world, because it says it in the Bible. It says he must be released. He must be unleashed for a short time. And yeah, he knows his time is almost up. So now he's like waking up and realizing, this time he's being unleashed, he's waking up and realizing he's back on, like, he's already woken up and realized he's on earth, but like, he knows his time is short. Let's just say that. He knows this whole thing is about to be done. He knows that. Like a broken record. He knows that. Yeah. I think that's what that's all about. When the broken record, how it skips and repeats. I think that's why the dragon doesn't, that's why you talk about death. It's a loop. It's a broken record. That's why they can prophesize it from, as in the beginning, so too shall be in the end for you. That this world that you're living in is a half-life. It's a broken record. It's not a full life. Once you get the taste of this broken record, it's like, okay, now we'll show you what an appreciation of a full record is like. Now don't break it, or else your ass is going to be done forever. You know what I mean? So, like, I think that's more so along the lines. Or maybe so this is kind of like the time to fix your record, something like that. Like, shed light on the broken record. I don't know. It's supposed to be shedding light on this world. That's the whole point. It's a broken record, and that's some light being shed on it for your ass. So if you want to know what the shape of the world is, it's a broken record. All right, that's literally the shape of the world. It's a broken record. I'm not saying it's a disc, because a broken record doesn't have to be a disc. It could be some type of S-shaped, contorted broken record. If you see a melted old vinyl, yeah, that type of broken record. Yeah. And maybe that's what the sun is all about. Maybe that's what the sun is all about. The sun is the needle on the record, and then when the record skips, the sun goes back into the loop. The record never finishes. It just keeps on playing the same song. 1,000 years unto a day unto the angels is like 1,000 years unto mankind. So a broken record played in heaven, it being stopped is a short period of time in heaven, but on earth, this is the life, period. Because remember, Satan was an angel who was a dragon, or I shouldn't say a dragon. He was an angel who was the highest in praise. I mean, he could sing. He was the leader of the praise and choir and singing in heaven. So he as a fallen angel, as an archangel, he fell, and he's a broken record now, because he had his legs broken off. Because Most High did that from him in Genesis 3:16, I think it was 3:15. So yeah, like he's a broken record. So the dollar sign, this dollar sign right here, my bad. This dollar sign right there, that S is Satan, it's the serpent, and it was supposed to be like a circle, but it broke and twisted, because the circle, it's a record. That's a record, all right, and it's supposed to be inside of it's supposed to spin. It's supposed to spin, and then instead it broke. Let me go look at something real quick. I just got an idea of something that it broke, and when he fell, so this is the Scotiabank symbol, but this is the record. This is the record. Eye of the needle. This is the needle on the record. This is the sun, but it's the eye of the serpent also, sort of kind of in a weird way. But there was some symbol. I don't know if it's like the Omega symbol. If there's some symbol. What's the symbol with the eye in the middle with the O? The O and the I. It was a symbol. But I forgot what it was. But there's a symbol that represents these things. Okay. So what I'm saying is that you have an angel that fell from heaven, and he was the favorite singer in heaven. He had his record in heaven. That's his record. But when he fell, his record broke. So when it broke, it skips. So when it skips, this is the world. It's a counterfeit of what it was in heaven. It's not really what it was in heaven. It's a counterfeit. So pretty much, this is what you got people wilding out at 2:12 in the morning, walking down the street, ghost riding the whip, Red Bull and speaker in hand, crazy. But in the middle of the intersection, just crazy, right beside the highway. But anyway, yeah, the fallen angel on the earth, that's what that is all about. When you try to do the circumference of the North Pole on Google Earth, it only makes a C. So the lowest sign in the money is the cents, and the highest sign is the dollar. So the serpent, the S with the dollar sign, and then the C with the pole. It's like the cent sign is like the S with the pole going through it. You understand? So it's a broken record. Money make the world go round. It's a repeat. It's the same old. It don't change. It's the same old song. SOS. It's Zeus. It's the serpent. Oh man, I don't know how to say this, but it's like that's the shape of the earth, bro. Like they're showing you on the money. I already showed you on the money. If you go back and look at my videos, how the degrees and the steps on the pyramid show you exactly what points to the eye on the pyramid on the earth. But anyway, Um, yeah. So aside from all of this, man, so what's the point of this broken record thing that we're talking about? Meaning, like, it's all been done before. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. So when we say it's a broken record, like, life imitates art in that way, because the artist is this broken record, and it repeats itself. And so we're talking about spontaneous human combustion, and they're showing all these videos of people being exploding devices, and then they have the videos of telling you about documentaries of spontaneous human combustion, and then they talk about they want to put devices inside of you. Like I said, this has all been done before. That's why you can't find no traces of a lot of the people that built the world that we live on top of today, like all that technology. You understand? So that techno legion, okay, underneath, down below, legion, the children of the fallen angels, they had disembodied spirits. What happened to their bodies? I thought that they, like, so some of these cats, what are you talking about? Like, some of these cats, most of these cats died in a flood, we were told, right? But another thing is, it's like their bodies were dead, but their spirits were not. Or they're like, I guess if you want to call them spirits, they're demonic spirits or whatever, were cursed to roam the earth. So what they do is they jump inside of other people's bodies and control them. So what we have is pretty much you have technology. They would lead people down to their technology, and that's where we get this demon technology. Like, how do people think of meticulously carrying out a plan to put a bunch of devices that blow people up inside of people's bodies in mass genocide or mass populations? I shouldn't say mass genocide, just mass populations, in order to keep them. It becomes a governor chip. So a governor chip is a chip that's put inside of a vehicle, which is like, so let's say everybody's a Skyline. Every human is made as a Skyline, but a Skyline is not allowed on American soil, not the engine. You can bring the frame, but you can't bring that engine in here. If you bring that engine in here, they're going to put you in hell. They're going to put you in jail. They're going to confiscate your car, and they're going to probably sell it for parts or acquire something like that, whatever. But yeah, like, people kind of like represent, cars are kind of like representation of people's lives and characters and stuff like that. So what they're saying is, essentially, everybody's a Skyline, born as a Skyline, but then what happens is they take the engine out, and then they put in another engine. Or let's just say the Skyline. Let's say everybody's a Skyline, but like some countries, like, their cars are not the same, like, rules. They don't have the same rules. They don't have the same laws. So therefore, they have to have governor chips inside of their engines. Now, this is why I brought up Skyline, because the Skyline is a Japanese car, and a Japanese car, they don't have the speed limits on some of the roads or something like that. So they're all like in, like, Germany and stuff like that. So a lot of places, I think Germany, they have governors on their engines, but just some cars don't come with governor chips inside of the engine, which allows the engine to reach full capacity, full power, and utilize every inch of that engine's power, which is a lot. Okay. Now, it's like a human being. Like, without a governor chip in a human, the human can access 100% of its power. All right. But in order for them to have an unfair advantage over the human, they have to handicap the human. So they put the governor chip inside of the human. All right. So, and we're talking about the disembodied spirits, which is the techno legion. But in this day and age, it's AI. It's a techno legion. Technology, techno legion. It's legion. Okay. Technology is legion. Okay. And they want to put it in you. Where was legion at? Legion was inside of the man, and then he got exercised, and then they went into some pigs, right? Some animals, some beasts, because they're not supposed to be inside of man. They're not. That's iron and clay. They're not to mix. One is going to destroy the other, and most likely Legion would destroy the man. All right, because the man is like more so like taking candy from a baby when it comes to Legion. If this man doesn't know Legion, okay. Like that's like when I say you gotta have a relationship, you gotta know death. You know what I mean? Or it's like taking candy from a baby, and death's gonna get you every time until it's no more that it can get you, which would be no good for you. So yeah, you gotta know Legion, or else Legion will get you every time. technology will get you every time, and until there's nothing left of you to get. Okay. I think I kind of got to the point. I made a full circle. It's only gonna, if you fall, you become a broken record too. Let's just say that. And that's all they come to do is steal, kill, and destroy your record. All right? Give you a bad record. All right? So that's all the data is for. Record, recording, record. That's what data is for. They sell it. They sell it all. Sold. All right? But sold like a funeral. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let that sink in, guys. It's late. 2:22. Got 3 messages. 71% at 2.5 gigs on this video with 116, an hour and 16 minutes of speaking. All right. So yeah, man, you guys enjoy the life you live, man. Don't get sucked into the techno legion, because that is the iron and you are the clay. And that iron will dash the clay to pieces like spontaneous human combustion. All right. And I think that would kind of like make them feel kind of even. I think that's the get even point. I think that's the main goal, is to get even, you know, like get even. Like humans don't realize how good they got it, to where the demons got to get even. I don't think humans really considered that. That's grace. They want to take away your grace, disgrace. Okay, that's called getting even. Because they're disgraced, they want you to be disgraced. They're broken, they want you to be broken. It's all about mirrors, smoke and mirrors, signs and symbols, rule the world. You need to look like them in order to fit in a broken record. All right. And that's the lesson for today. To the Rabbi Hayashar Hai Kadosh Kadosh Kadosh, to the Rabbi Shai Kadosh Kadosh Kadosh, to the Rabbi Hebrew Akok Ma'aseh Kadosh 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 Hanami Amen.